It's just like a really quick week in review. Um, yeah, it's been a great week. It really and truly has. Went through, was able to hear from Kadal. He's doing harvest up in Prince Edward Island up in Canada. It's a really busy time for him. He sold his house. More great news. I'm happy for the guy 100%. Adawan and I just separated ways. He's on his way to his brother's, so hopefully he can get his brother into this game or sim. Well, it'll be a game at first until he gets past book 9, and then it'll be a sim if he so chooses. Um, so let's go here and start with this. At the beginning of the week, I had just gotten my C rating back. Now, as you can see, I'm a very solid B. As a matter of fact, that progress bar is halfway there. Probably a little bit more than halfway. Um, but yeah, actually, I wonder. I don't know if this actually comes across or not. But yeah, that is my page. All of this information, okay, so, and I made this comment before, Gran Turismo actually kind of gives you a somewhat social media page. Yeah, all of that is going to change with the whole BMW and the Z4. I've enjoyed my time with BMW, but when I can sign with Ford, I'm definitely signing with Ford. Um, but yeah, I mean, progress bar maybe a little bit more than halfway, but still, I mean, I was a very low C when I started this week, and now I'm a very solid B. With that being said, I still consider myself a solid C driver. Alrighty, so now for actually, I need to go back in here because we're actually going to go into the race that I've pretty much done all week. I've gone over to race C, the Group 3 race. Um, I've done some time trialing on this. I think I did one race this week. Uh, Nothing major, very uneventful, so on and so forth. It had been so long. I like Spa. Spa is a track that I've used. Well, not just used, but I mean, I've raced it. We did a Nations Cup race in the Super Formula cars here. I've done several Group 3 races on this track. This was the first time I had done a Group 4 race on the track. Um, no, we're actually not going to do a race. Um, Mainly because I'm exhausted. And I actually have to force myself to stay awake for the next 6 hours because I am working another hospital tomorrow, but I'm working day shift. I have to be there at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. So, global or friends ranking at this point in time, and the reason why I say at this point in time is because still got 36 hours left, so any of these guys could knock me out the top spot for the fringe ranking. Uh, Not many friends, gotta be honest, and that's okay. Anywho, but yeah, I've currently got a time of 230.961, which for the global ranking puts me in the top 6,500 right now. There's been one other time that I've ranked higher than this, and I was in the top 5,000, and that was when we raced Group 3 Cataluna. Believe that one had strategy with it. I believe there was a tire change. Um, but I was able to lay down one hell of a qualifying time with the GT40. Um, yeah, it was just good stuff. Okay, so the reason why I came in here is if you notice, I'm in the Mustang Group 4, GTR, 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 GTR. It's predominantly all GTRs. These pages are broken up. No, rank 46th is a Japanese man or woman, uh, Japanese racer. Let's not be sexist here. And a Subaru WRX. Subarus are really good cars, especially if you're a beginner. Consider Subaru. Uh, GTR, GTR, GTR. So, of the top 100, and a Tenza. Now, the funny part about it is you go to Group 4 Tenza, it's one of the lowest ranked, if not the lowest ranked race car. But there it is, top 100. Um, so, yeah, there's two Tenzas in there. So, of the top 100 times, 95 of them are dominated by the GTR. So, obviously, it would be utterly ridiculous for me to enter a race in a Mustang, right? Oh, let me show you what happened. Now, and it's been no secret, I have stated multiple times on this stream that I am a GT40 loving fool. Group 3 will race it all the live long day, and on tracks that it's not supposed to work on, I will still try to figure out a way to make it work. This is actually the longest I have spent in the Group 4 Mustang at any given time. And here pretty soon I will have more miles on my Group 4 Mustang than I do on my Group 4 BMW M4, which was my predominant Group 4 race car all the live long day. So, yeah. Let's check this out. Again, patience please. It is a PS4 and I am on a controller. And hopefully within the next month, I think I'm going to do it probably within the next month. I'm actually going to go down and get the PS4 camera. That way when I live stream, you can actually see me and I can prove to you I'm only using a controller with the automatic transmission setup. I keep saying I'm going to train myself to do manual transmission on the controller. So yeah, let's see. I'm in first. The GTR behind me, followed by a GTR, followed by a GTR, followed by a GTR, followed by a GTR, followed by a Nissan Silva. The GTRs are Nissans. And the Silva's followed by a GTR. Very GTR heavy lobby. So obviously, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, right? Let's see what happens. Okay, so race B. Group 4 cars at Spa, 4 laps, absolutely positively no strategy involved. Make it on a full tank of gas, make it on tires. I mean, yeah, there's no pits whatsoever. Listen to that V8 rumble. And the other cool part about the Group 4 Mustang is it got the little license plate spot like on the Group 3 GT40 race car Le Mans spec. So I put my name on it just like I did on the GT40. Le Mans spec 2 race car. GTR got close. It's getting close. Mez is about to lose his ass. But wait a minute. Why is third place so far behind? It's the GTR. It's the meta car. It's the car that is dominating the race. Right? Wrong. Good old-fashioned American muscle power. Yeah, we're even beyond horsepower. It's just straight up muscle power. You can tell I'm getting tired when I'm getting goofy. So, but yeah. Okay, so where does the GTR dominate on this track? Well, It's when you're climbing the hill. So you take turn one, which is a sharp ass turn, which again, I've been on this track in different types of cars so many times that it's kind of like, okay, I kind of know where I need to be to make that corner without A, going wide, and B, slamming into the barrier. And then you take turn one, and then you got a little squiggly thing that you got to do to go uphill, which you're about to see. Because, oh, those two weren't playing nice. That was rude. Wait, what? I'm that far ahead of the GTR. The GTR is the meta car. So nice. Okay, so you take turn one, hugged it beautifully. This long ass straightaway. This is the GTR's strong suit. Because the Mustang and qualifying, no traffic, taking everything beautifully. I got a penalty there, by the way. Right there, half second. This straightaway is the only place that the GTR dominates. Because this straightaway, taking correctly in the GTR, you can max out 148 miles an hour. The best I can do on my own is 145 miles an hour. And I've only hit that once. And I have raced this track a lot this week. Like so much so, I put 1,000 miles on this Mustang this week on this track. So I got my half second penalty. But look how much further ahead myself and CD Racing, who raced clean. Oh my God, it was so nice. And that's the one thing I found this week on this track. Once my qualifying time got to where it was and I started starting in the top 5 instead of the bottom 5, the racers were so much cleaner. So, half second penalty. I made an error. My fault. I'm about to serve my penalty. And I'm going to lose first place. Ghosted, drove right through me. Now, again, this is one of those meta cars. He should be, like, pulling away from me all the live long day. But he's not. Why? Because the only place that that car dominates is that straightaway. Everything else, I excel at. I corner better. I brake better. Sylvia made it up to third spot. And he ends up going a little bit wide. I inadvertently follow him. But I mean, I was able to stay close enough to him when he started this uphill. He was pulling me right along with him. It was. It was awesome. The draft is a real thing. And then slipstream and slingshot past. When I went past him, I was at like 146 miles an hour. I was like, holy shit, happy days. And then, yeah. So, don't get so wrapped up on what the meta car is, okay? You have a manufacturer that you like to run them. You got a particular car you want to run it. Are all cars suited for all tracks? No, absolutely not. I put that GT40 on tracks that it had absolutely positively no business being on. Was I able to win? Nope. Was I able to finish in the top 5? Yeah, that was possible. But I had to do everything correctly and make no mistakes. Every lap had to be as perfect as humanly possible. And again, because I brake better, I corner better, I mean, I'm actually kind of pulling away in some spots. Is the GTR a good car? Yeah, and I know people that run it religiously and they absolutely positively love it. And it's the greatest thing on the face of the earth since sliced bread with butter on it. Maybe some jam. Lightly toasted. It's that good in their hands. Um, but fortunately, I think it's here I was able to break the draft and I was able to put a wee bit of distance. Because again, he was close enough, he could have drafted me up that hill, overtook me, and then we would have been doing this whole drag race back and forth thing. And he went just a bit wider, which gave me an opportunity to go that much further. And again, this is a lobby filled with GTRs and Celias that are supposed to be better on this track than a Ford Mustang 5.0, 395 horsepower. Group 4. Happy days. But yeah, here it is. Proof's in the pudding, people. Proof's in the pudding. Tapioca, of course. Love tapioca. Occasionally butterscotch. Not so much on chocolate. I mean, he was desperately trying to get back into the draft. So much so that I believe at the end of this corner, he made a boo-boo. Was it the sweeping corner? Maybe it was the sweeping one. But he made a boo-boo, and I mean, it was kind of a big boo-boo, and I went from being a second and a half in front of him to damn near 3 seconds. But there it is, folks. Mez Racing in a Ford Mustang at Spa on his way to victory. Victory. And I'm very, very happy to say this wasn't the only race I won. I won several. I had one race. Okay, so on occasion you'll end up in a lobby where one person is causing a lobby glitch. So nothing happens. Usually what happens is after about 30 seconds from the time that the race should have started, people start backing out. The individual who was the happy days checker flag, the person who was actually causing the glitch was the last person to leave the lobby. I ran this race by myself. I was the only one on the track. I thought I had saved it, but I had not. I would have loved to have shown that. I would have showcased that in a heartbeat. So, yeah, this week I have won 3 races, which is the most races I've ever won in a week, by one. So yeah, it was a great week. It really and truly was a great week of racing. Looking forward to next week. Hopefully I can keep the momentum going and keep that status bar on the B going up. I do have a goal of wanting to race GT1 this season. For me to be able to race GT1 though, I need to be A-rated. So, and then in which case, yeah. But then again, if I falter and I end up in GT2, I'm okay with that too. So yeah, lots of GTRs. But what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Top 10. Let's see. We've got me and the Mustang. GTR, that was Sylvia. GTR. F-Type, that wasn't even in the top 10 at the beginning. Um, let's see, GTR. Audi GT. GTR, 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 GTR. Lamborghini. Um, what do you slop? You're a Sylvia and a Megane. I think that's the first time I've had a Megane in a lobby with me. Nick's, my son, has gone through and raced against Meganes. So, and I mean, Adawan, and it's not just me that's had a great week. Adawan has won a race. Nick's has won a race. As a matter of fact, he went from E to D to C this week. No, I think it was already a D this week. Uh, but I could be mistaken on that. Uh, but I mean, we've all won. The only person who has not won on this track is Cadal, and again, that's because of his work schedule. So it's just been a really great week. I most likely will not be on tomorrow, so there will not be a stream. Because if I am on, I'm pretty much only going to be on to drive 26.2 miles to get my daily marathon roulette ticket, and then I'm going to have to jump off because tomorrow's a really busy day for me. And whereas, yes, I do love this sim, I do have responsibilities and other stuff that need to be taken care of. Oh, Lordy. Alrighty. And I think I'm going to end it there. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a bet. Okay. It's a good looking bet. So, but I hope everybody is doing well. Again, that was just kind of like my real quick week in review. This is probably the most racing I've done in 1 week in a very long time. Because usually I'm here doing money grind and over here. Um, but yeah, it's been a great week. I know I've said that like 9 times already, possibly 10. Who's counting? I'm not. Uh, but I hope you guys have a great remainder of your weekend. And I will most likely yak at you guys at some point on Monday. A little bit. Little man. Love you guys. Kids, miss you. Love you. Uh, truly. You guys be good. And for the love of God, take care of yourselves.